What's up, you guys, and welcome to another episode of Beyond Beats and Culture. I am your host, Chase the Dark Sage, here with my co-host,
T.
And we're here with another episode with a few topics that we got to talk about. But first of all, happy belated birthday. Obviously, we're shooting the podcast during the birthday month. It's not the birthday, but it's the birthday month.
Hey, big 80, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, old head.
You old head, man.
Saying on these TikToks and shorts.
Hey, I'm up now, B.
Hey, no, we both up. Hey, we old hating Negroes now. We basically Uncle Russes at this point. But because it is your birthday, or it was your birthday, gotta give me a little.
We got a little unboxing?
Look, I had to take that dress off because I don't want none of you guys to come and send me another death threat because I did get that on the TikTok.
Bro
I said Lil Wayne doesn't have a top 10 album of all time.
Let's see what this is, man.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Is this a callback?
Hey, this is a callback because this is basically what started the podcast right here, B.
This started it.
Because this right here, this album right here that he's unboxing, this is what started the podcast. This man sent me this album because he was like, okay, like, when did this come out? So I was like, all right, I wanted it too. Mm-hmm. But I was like, why is he bringing up this album of all albums? He said top 15 Southern rap albums of all time. I'm like, maybe. And we made a video on that. So if you guys want to check that out, go ahead and check out that episode on itself. It's available on all streaming platforms. But Thug Motivation 101, the LP, the vinyl record itself, by Young Jeezy.
The repress, baby.
One of the classic albums from the South itself. It hit both of our top 15 Southern hip-hop albums.
Barely his. He was trying to be
You're right. It barely hit mine. It's a bit too long for me in terms of actual runtime of the album. Still a good album, though, either way. 3 LPs. I hope they didn't skimp on actual... Yeah,
jeez. Oh, yeah, it is a long...
quality.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that album, that looks nice.
Ooh-wee. Hey. Thanks, B.
Hey, no problem.
Hey, I got some stuff in the works for you. I was gonna go light and get you that project pad, but I'm like,
Mr. Don't Play.
I'm not. I gotta go out, bro. See, I got something for you.
I need to go get it because it sold out when I wanted to get it the first time.
Yeah, the first time.
The second time it came out. Now
thanks,
it's the third
B.
time. No problem. But besides that, right there, that's your birthday gift right there.
Thanks.
We're old now, guys. We've been doing these TikToks and shorts now, and
bro.
The interaction we've been getting on these shorts it's hilarious because we're both just big trolls.
Yes.
We're gonna give some criticism here and there. We're gonna talk about things we don't like, but we also talk about the things that we do like. People don't see the things that we do like because they're not checking out for that content. Right. They're only here for the negativity. That's what gets the views. That's what gets the clicks. And some of the stuff that we've been putting on TikTok, which if you've seen some of the full episodes already, you have already seen that content itself. Right. But these clips right here, they're just so. Yeah, they trigger you. Yeah, they're an emotion puller because, man, some of the stuff we be saying, especially the way I like to cut it and chop it up. Yeah. Oh man, it just seems offensive, man. You will think that I hurt your mom or your grandma or somebody. People have been coming at our necks, especially over the summer's take that you had.
Hey, bro,
that you had. I said that he'll still be here. You had that. They put me in as the hating old AD, bro.
Hey, stick the anime. They going in.
Oh yeah,
stick the anime. All that anime in the back. Yeah, it's manga.
They say that we so old. Talk about Tupac and P. Diddy. I'm like, oh my.
Tupac died in '96, right? How old were you?
I was like, what? I was maybe 1.
Bro, I was 2.
Maybe.
Biggie died in '97. We was kids.
He put out one of the top 10 hip hop albums of all time. I just want to say that. So don't be disrespectful.
But bro, we didn't live through the Pac era, bro. You could have told us to talk about like Lil Uzi or something. Because y'all want to claim Uzi, but Uzi is us, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
We was
chill out.
Dang near adults when Uzi came out. We was young adults. We was just coming out of high school.
Like high school, college, and all that. Come on, man.
Like the blog era, I feel like is our era. Like how some people have the golden age era of hip hop from the 90s and stuff like that.
We got the blog era. But still, them guys y'all like, Cardi and all them, come on, bro. If it weren't for us, they wouldn't be here.
That's facts because some of y'all were just coming out the womb when they started dropping their first projects. So it's just crazy how some people will be like, oh yeah, this person really innovated the genre. I'm like, no, he didn't. If you're looking at the scope of hip hop in total, no, they did not. Like,
hey, plug era wouldn't exist without Zaytoven.
I mean, my thing is this: plug era wouldn't exist without people like P&B Rock, who came out during who got big during the club era itself. So some of the claims that some of these kids have, and my thing is this: none of these younger people, except for maybe Playboy Cardi, who really came out really during the cloud era, blog era, none of them really have a legendary impact on hip hop like they think they do. Kind of like a Kid Cudi, kind of like some of those older artists from the blog era, like a J. Cole, like a Kendrick, like a Drake. Like, that's why my thing is, like, when it comes to talking about influence, some of you kids honestly haven't been experiencing hip-hop long enough or have really dug into hip-hop enough to actually talk about influence. Hey, you guys listen to 5 other artists that also aren't big, that aren't on the radio and talk about, yeah, they really influenced this. What?
Hey, and also I don't know what the underground is, bro. Come on, bro. Like this is what I was trying to understand. Summers, right? He's an underground legend, according to these guys. But if he's an underground legend, why haven't I heard of him? I know, like, bro, because look, I think he falls in that category of like, I don't know if you remember like Fat Nick. You remember Fat Nick? You remember like the Ugly Mane?
Yes, I do.
Puya.
Yeah,
so it was like Denzel Curry at the time.
Okay, yeah.
Xavier
Kinda like,
Wolf.
And Space Goes Purple on them.
All them guys.
Like
that was like an
rapper.
underground Florida trap music. They just call it the underground trap. Yes, okay. It's underground technically, but it's really not, bro. They have really big fans, really big followings, bro.
And see, this is where we could actually,
it's like a cult.
I
big
agree.
cult following.
But I also feel like I think the kids nowadays are kind of misconstruing underground.
Yeah.
Just because it's down the radio means it's not underground. I think because of all the accessibility that we have now versus back then, like an MF Doom wasn't big.
Yeah.
Back then.
Compared
to like a Nelly or a Ludacris or something
right.
that. He was popular amongst the underground. Mos Def, he had a hit here and there, but people weren't just going out jamming.
They was backpacking.
Exactly. The backpack rap, that was the real true underground. Master Ace and all of them. That was a true underground. Today's modern underground, it's not even really underground. I feel like the underground now, for me, is like a Billy Woods or a Mac Homie, Rock Marciano and all.
Even though them guys are like, they're higher underground because they're getting more listeners.
Oh yeah. But they're also working with bigger people like Alchemist.
Like Alchemist kind of helped that boost up. But it's like with these guys, I feel like it's just another subgenre of like the trap music to me.
Oh yeah, it's a subgenre of like that fusion of basically what Bryson Tiller really created was like a fusion of rap and R&B, but so synonymous with each other that you really can't tell the difference. Basically, trap soul. To me, that's what that sound really comes from.
Is it like trap soul to you?
In terms of like, it can have these heavy basses and like a rap like.
When did Bryson Tiller come out?
Around. Like actually, like
because I remember like
or like when he started
like
music?
okay, I remember the SoundCloud when his song popped because around that time
this is when
I listened to like Uno the Activist, Lil Yachty, Playboy Cardi. Well, even though Yachty came out afterwards, it was some more guys.
But also, I was on Vine and his song got big on Vine, so that's why I'm saying like.
So that's 2013, right? Bryson Tiller.
2014, I'd say 2015 maybe. So around that, because I remember hearing it a lot on Vine, and then a year later or 2 years later, that's when he came out with the album, and that's when he got like super huge. So to me, the underground is so different compared to back then because back then you didn't have access to a lot of these artists. Nowadays, you go on TikTok, you get one good song, boom, you're blown up. You're not like you can't be underground with like a million.
It's just crazy because I like listen to underground artists, bro, that don't even have 1,000 listeners monthly, and I'm like, these guys are. To me, that's why I see it's underground. I'm like, bro, I listen to like AJ Suede, bro, has like barely 1,000 monthly listeners, bro. It's like, I don't know, I just found it offensive when they say, oh, Summers got 1.3 million, he's underground. I'm like, no, bro, this dude is actually nice. He's actually big. He has more freaking. He has more plays than Big Crit. And when you say Big Crit underground, no.
Well, Big Crit in the blog era was underground.
I'm just saying, like, but I'm just saying, if you say Big Crit, some people are gonna know him.
Yeah. I'll say the general mainstream casual listener will not know him.
All right, dang. This is so you think if I go up to like more people that are like a random person, but I'll say, let's say if I talk to an average hip hop head, right? Average hip hop listener.
Oh, average hip hop.
No, an average hip hop listener.
Like they actually listen to hip hop, listen to albums and things like that. They're
gonna
know Big Crit.
But would they know Summers?
What's the age?
I say around our age. I say 25 to 30.
I would say no, because someone like my girl doesn't know who Summers is. But she's also not the average casual hip hop.
That's what I'm saying. But this dude,
he has plays.
That's what I'm saying. More than like Big Crit.
Plays. Yeah, which I don't like. But yeah,
it's probably more than some other people that's actually known more.
I
than
don't like it. But I mean, I don't have.
He probably got more plays than Bun B, and Bun B is a legend.
Yeah,
but I understand the times and the kids listening to TikTok. I understand why. But other than that, bro. Anyways. Let's just move on because I feel like we spent too much time talking about them.
I mean, the underground to me nowadays isn't really the underground like how it was back then because there's way too much access and there's way too many ways to get big off of certain things.
Yeah, it's like
if you pop on TikTok, boom, you got a popping song on streaming services. You're on them streaming services, you kind of follow in with that, oh, here's what's playing next. And you fall into those playlists. There's way more accessibility for these artists now than there was for artists of the underground back then.
It's not like the AR days or like having an A&R or having like a blog, like wanting a blog to post you is different. Like I could post my own music. You know what I'm saying? Like
they can make themselves big. All you gotta do is do a TikTok dance and keep doing it until people eventually like it or try and copy the dance or whatever. So
yeah, it's totally different.
It's a new underground, but I feel like there's definitely two undergrounds that's happening right now. The underground title that these new kids have, and then the underground like a Rock Marciano and all that. I feel like there's just that divide of the underground itself. Like they just like to call it underground because it's not like a Moneybagg Yo or G Herbo or Rod Wave or anything like that.
I got you.
So that's why I feel. I could be wrong though. You guys let us know.
Hey man, he could be right. I could be wrong.
Oh, well, I know I am right, but I do want to see if they say I'm wrong. So.
Yeah, they probably will.
Oh, yes, they will. But speaking about comments and interactions, we got to see and talk about what Joe Budden actually talked about this weekend on Twitter, because he basically said something that we said a few weeks ago. The girl era of rap is over. And no, we do not mean that girls cannot exist in rap. They cannot exist in hip-hop. We are not saying that. There are people that are monumental figures in hip-hop that are women. Obviously, someone like Nicki Minaj.
Rap City.
Yeah. Even though I don't want to consider them in that girl era or this new girl era or the BBL era.
The BBL era,
the
BBL era, bro.
I would say that this BBL era of hip-hop for the women is kind of dead right now.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like that's what Joe Budden was basically saying with his point, saying like a lot of these women, unlike Lotto, Meg, Cardi, and Flo Milli, these people will still have a career because they're actually.
What about Glorilla? I heard she got a hit coming, bro. Glow. They liking it, bro.
The song is good. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, the song is good. But I think the thing with Glorilla is she's not consistent. She came out with like a 7, maybe 8-track EP last year. And she really hasn't come out with music.
What about Ice Spice? Cardi B. Cardi B haven't put out an album since what?
But she also got a Grammy though, compared to everybody else.
Yeah, I know, but like
Cardi's
struggling.
Joe said that she was scared to put out an album.
She has been. You can tell from like I don't know if you like, bro. Sometimes I click her like videos, bro. Like she's very emotional right now, bro. Like she's really going through some shit. Like I don't think she's like. I think she's scared. I think Joe's right, bro.
I just think that the album won't perform as well as a Invasion of Privacy, her first debut album. I don't think if she were to drop now, it will perform as well. But I still think it will do well.
Look at the singles she's been putting out.
If she puts those singles on.
I'm just saying, I know that. I think she will. I think, like, bro, she have, like, what was that, WAP? Bro, like, when you put WAP on this album, that's been, like, what, we 3 years, 4 years removed from WAP?
Yeah.
Like, bro, and then she put the Money song out. That wasn't on that album.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Like, bro, she put out another song, too. It's like, I don't know.
And she put out that bongo song with
bro. Like, bro.
So I think my thing is maybe she's trying to test the waters to see if like she still has power in the rap game, which I think she does, because I think that there's a clear divide in the rap game when it comes to women. There's the Nicki Minaj side, and then there's the Cardi B side.
And now you got the Megan Thee Stallion side.
Well, she's aligned with Cardi B.
Yeah.
I feel like those are the two like team leaders. Yeah. Ice Spice is under Nicki Minaj, and that's all she has.
So what about Lotto?
Lotto, she's under Cardi B because
ain't she beefing with Nicki Minaj too?
Like that's why I'm saying that these are the two like juggernauts.
Nicki's like separating like everything.
Yeah, because they say that Nicki starts a lot of stuff, which I'm not gonna say that she doesn't.
Yeah,
I will say that some of the stuff that I've seen and read, because obviously I don't know everything.
Right.
She does seem to start a lot of beef, a lot of drama.
Yeah.
And there are just some unnecessary things like when her and Lotto's song were both nominated for something, but Nicki's song got knocked out of the category, but Lotto's didn't. She felt like Lotto should have took her song out of that category.
I think Nicki's a bully, bro. And her fans are bullies as well.
Oh yeah, the bars, beehives, they are the worst fandoms in music.
I'm gonna say this here, B. Don't clip up anything about the bar. I don't think I'm ready for that, bro.
I'm not trying to get
they gonna
follow the Swifties.
Yeah, and the Swifties. But no, the Barbs, bro. I don't want them to find out where my girl live, where my girl work, where my son gonna date. Bro, I don't want them.
These podcasts gonna get terminated,
bro. They gonna find out everything. Hey, yo, bro, Barbs. I'm a Barb. I don't want nothing to do with y'all. I'm gonna stick to the summer fans.
How about this? Barbs, Beehive, and Swifties are the strongest music fandoms.
Yeah, bro,
in music in general, because these people will come at your neck with a knife, a dull knife at that, and they'll make sure that you suffer.
I'm not ready for them, bro.
We're not strong enough yet.
Yeah, no, we not. We're not on that. We don't even have a tribe
That's
yet.
like playing a Dark Souls game.
Yeah, bro. You watch Swarm?
Oh yeah.
Come on, bro. Hey, it was good. It was good, bro. I don't want no parts in them, bro. None.
I feel like that's happened in real life somehow.
Bro.
I feel like that could have been based off of real life.
It could have. And we would never know. Because so much crazy stuff happened in the world, bro.
Yes.
But back to what we were saying. I think the BBL era is going on the tail end, bro. Because like what? We didn't bring up the City Girls. They are struggling. Who's
Sweetie
even
not
Ice Spice, but Sweetie even said nobody want to listen to her music. Like I didn't watch the whole thing. It could just be a little, you know what I'm saying? But she was saying nobody really cared about her music. So and it's true, she can't rap. She's just a pretty face. And
I
she
mean,
didn't
so
have,
was the City Girls, even though they not.
but they did a
really
little,
pretty,
you know,
but
yeah, they did a little.
They do other things. And Young Miami, she did the smart move of aligning herself with Diddy, even though
Yo,
it's not
come
working
on.
out now. It's not working out now. But she did the smart thing of creating her own brand off of her own name of Carisha,
and then she
rather
had,
than just being Young Miami.
And then she had that podcast on Revolt, which is also owned by Diddy.
Yeah. And you know, she sponsors that drink, Deleon, made by a black man. But then we also have, not Carisha, who's the other one? It's Young Miami and JT, who is Uzi's girlfriend. She kind of aligned herself with
Uzi still go together?
Yeah.
I don't even see
But she's aligned herself well enough with Uzi that if they come out with something together, you know, Uzi's fans will come and check that out because it's Uzi.
Yeah,
but I feel like she's trying to make her own career now by herself, off her own merit. I don't think that's going to work because during the City Girl era, she wasn't there because she was in jail. She came out with that one song, First Day Out, and, you know, that was cool for the moment.
And then you can think about, those are like the bigger names, but you also have like these other ones, bro. It's like a lot of them on Twitter that I'm like, hold up, who is she? Who is she? They all look like they all went by like what was the Tokyo and China doll and all this stuff, and it's like, bro,
China doll, Asian doll,
all them dolls, Cash doll, like bro, like come on.
I will say this: yes, there are women here that are popping and that will have a career longer than probably your average rapper of today, like a Meg Thee Stallion, Lotto, Cardi B, maybe Flo Milli because she is popping right now.
Yeah,
and a lot of people say that she's really good.
I checked out some of my stuff.
People from this era, those women right there, they're gonna have a longer career than the others because they actually have talent.
It's crazy. We are missing like a really big one right now. Sexy Red. We didn't even speak on her. Yeah. She's like, to me, she's in a lane of her own because like she's not actually BBL rap. She's like, she's like super ratchet rap. Bro.
People tried to pair her and Glorilla against each other because they're both
Sexy
ratchet.
Red, but Sexy Red is a different ratchet.
Yeah,
she's like authentic ratchet.
Yeah,
like
she's
ghetto
like ratchet.
Yeah, she's
while
like
Glorilla's popularized ratchet.
Oh, what's that other one that be with her? That's the super nasty one. Oh, she's super nasty.
I don't know her name.
It's with an S, right?
I don't know her name.
Oh my God, Sukihana.
Oh, but
Bro,
see,
disgusting.
the only reason that she's gonna be able to maybe last, and it might not work out well, she has OnlyFans. She does that type of stuff, right? She's posted herself naked on Twitter plenty of times.
I see one of her videos on Twitter. I got blasted. I did not want to see that.
And also, she's on Bad Girls Club.
She's on Bad Girls Club?
Or not Bad Girls Club.
Hotties, baddies, or whatever.
That's what it's called. Yo. So she's on that. So she has she has multiple pots to really dip from besides just rap. I don't really think rap is her main focus as of right now. Yeah. Because she's on baddies. She could do rap. She could dip in these waters here and there. She has multiple avenues as of right now. I'm not saying that they're big ventures or avenues, but she has multiple avenues to play with that. Yeah. If she didn't want to do rap, she could just be on baddies full time if she wanted to.
We're going to see. We're going to see how long that lasts, too. Because I don't know how long that whole Zeus app going to last. Because it's Tubi on steroids, bro. Like, it's disgusting, bro. It's disgusting.
But yeah, I will say that this BBL era of rap girls that are getting big now and that are only having their career now and that are not selling, they will not last. Yeah. Women will always be in hip hop. There will always be some good woman rapper.
Jean Grey.
That's coming into the frame. There's Rhapsody, who's had a long career. Yeah. Not obviously as mainstream as she should be, but she's always had a long-standing career in hip-hop.
And she has a lot of respect, because she'll see on Kendrick's album. She's going to be somewhere.
She definitely has my respect. Nicki's always going to have the respect, even though...
Nicki, I saw a clip of you, like, bending over, bro. Stop it. You're, like, 45. She's like, bro, we're old.
Barbs.
Oh, dang, I forgot. Hold up, my bad, Nicki.
Woo, I mean, it's like the older Nicki gets, it's like she ages like fine wine.
She ages well. I am so sorry, bro. Yo, thank you, Barbs. I am so sorry.
I would just say that as men in relationships, we would not like to divulge or induce ourselves into that type of content.
And plus, that's a married woman. I am so sorry.
Yeah, we want to see her in a more classier taste.
And she's a mother.
Yeah, we want to respect her a little bit more. We want the public image of her to be more respected, Barbs. Please don't attack us.
Sorry, Nicki.
But getting off of that topic, we got to talk about the big main topic that we really had to go through last week. And that has to be Schoolboy Q's album, Blue Lips. It finally came out, I believe, March 1st. It dropped. He's been on a 5-year hiatus. Going into this album...
Don't even seem that long, bro.
It doesn't, but Crash Talk. And he really wasn't dropping anything in between. He wasn't really doing features or anything like that.
What Q does, I love his rollouts, and I like that when he drops, he like... And then if it's over, he's gone. Like where's Q, bro?
But the one thing that he did, I remember he did that interview with Charlamagne, and I believe this was before Crash Talk, or right after Crash Talk. It was one of those two.
I
think that he was. I remember he did some type of interview somewhere where he was kind of disappointed that Blank Face. He felt like that was his best album.
Yeah.
And he was like, it didn't sell well, but something like Crash Talk, something I didn't really put my all into, like a Blank Face, it sold the best out of all my albums.
Yeah.
So I remember him, coming out with that interview. And Q so far in this rollout, I gotta say that this has to be my favorite Q rollout because of him being so active on social media, replying back to fans, talking to fans, asking us, what's your favorite 3 songs of the day off the album? Or, he's replying and, like commenting certain stuff. He's answering people's questions. To me, this is the most evolved I think I've seen an artist of his caliber or at his level in terms of like popularity.
I say J. Cole. J. Cole actually come up to your house.
Yeah.
I'd be like, come on, bro, chill. Don't knock on my door. But with Q, bro, I feel like I enjoy the rollout to Blank Face better, only because of how he did like the little movies and the music.
Yeah,
I loved it. I actually watched a few
I like
of
the
those
artistic vision behind
Blank Face was the concept.
We're gonna talk about Blank Face today. We're gonna talk about his albums here and there.
Yeah.
But the main thing that we're gonna talk about right here is Blue Face. Or
Blue Lips.
Ooh, I want to call it Blue Face so bad. But going into this album, what did you anticipate with this? Because coming off of Crash Talk, I will say that this album, I didn't know what to get from this album because usually with Q, he already has these thematic things happening, or he kind of previews these themes or concepts that he's going to have in the album. With Oxymoron, you can tell like, oh, there's these things that I got to do that, it's kind of against my character, but I got to do it because, I got to live, I got to eat and things like that. Then we got Habits and Contradictions, which all the songs really go into his habits, drugs, having sex, being a drug dealer, the super surface level stuff for Q. And then we have Blank Face, which is, that's one of the best gangster rap albums I think I've ever heard.
No face, no case, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So
I like I like the tone that he really sets with that album, and I like the vibe and consistency and the mood that he brings with Blank Face itself. Crash Talk
was like that commercial track trying to,
like I say, it's like Kendrick Lamar's "Dang," where it has those commercial, super radio friendly hits.
He grabbed Travis Scott on that album.
Yeah,
he
Travis
grabbed
Scott
Kid Cudi on there. He was going for different sounds. I can see.
Yeah, and I will say that after re-listening to it, I liked it a bit more than I did initially because when it first came out, coming off of Blank Face, I was like, what is this, Q? Like, I respect it. Some of these songs are bangers.
Yeah, there's some songs on there I still play.
Like
Num Num Juice.
Gang Gang is hard too.
Gang Gang,
But Chopsticks, like with Travis Scott, I'm like, I don't really like this. And the song with Ty Dolla $ign and YG, or I know Ty Dolla $ign's on it for sure. I'm like, I do not like this. Yeah. And I get that Q was trying to branch out, maybe play with some new sounds here and there. And I respect him for that. Like I said, I give him grace for Crash Talk. It's not a bad album at all. Q has no bad album in his discography.
It's just the weakest.
Yeah, exactly. It's
like I like Setback. I still rock Setback sometimes.
Yeah, like I would say that Crash Talk is definitely the weakest, but I still enjoy it a little bit more than I did initially. And so,
especially sometimes you just need a break. Sometimes you got.
I agree because sometimes I think when it comes to the recency bias of how you feel about something as it comes out then, and then you give it a few years to grow, give it a few years to like stand on its own legs, and then you come back to it. I'm like, all right, just like with Oxymoron for me.
Like for real, like Oxymoron was for me at first. I was let down, even though I enjoyed the album. I just wanted more. Just kind of how he was talking about this album, like, yo, I need, and then my expectations. But other than with Blank Face is like the album that's like, it did it for me. It hit first listen for Blank Face for me.
Same. Yeah, same. I enjoyed it. I was like, oh my god. I'm like, what is Schoolboy Q doing on this? Yeah. But I gotta say this about this album right here. On first listen, this album did not hit for me.
Same. It didn't do it.
This album, okay, we link right there. This album, it did not hit for me first listen. And I was just thinking to myself, Q, what are you what is this? What is the theme of Blue Lips?
What confused you?
So my thing is, usually Q has this consistent theme or concept going throughout his albums. But with a title like Blue Lips, I'm like, I don't get what a theme is or the concept is. It feels a bit everywhere. You could tell that Q has definitely grown. He's definitely matured. He's definitely gotten better at rapping since his last effort of Crash Talk. And he's definitely going for a more cohesive album in terms of, I'm not trying to go for the radio single on this album. Yeah, there's some songs that can possibly be on radio and playlists, but I'm not aiming for that on this album, similar to Blank Face. And my thing was, there were so many different types of sounds that was happening on this album where I'd have this hard trap, not trappy, but hard hitting bass song. But then I'd have a more laid back, more mature,
all in one song.
Concepts. Yeah, exactly.
And that was
because he did do a lot of
that was confusing. Like, because I'm working and I also listen to this album, so I'm like, okay, what song is this? Okay, is this the same song? So I was dealing with that like crazy. Where I was confused. I'm like, where am I going? Like I was in this. I was in a state of uncomfortability, to be honest with you. Like I'm like, I don't know how I feel. You know what I'm saying?
And that was I think to me, that's one of my favorite parts about this experience of listening to Blue Lips because I'm like, I don't know how to feel. Like, like, and I was going through it and I was listening to the song, so I'm like, okay, I like this song, I like this song, I like this song, I like this song. I basically like dang near most of the album. I'm like, something's not clicking for me on an album level in terms of like, why is this all not just syncing up with me right now? I like these songs on their own, but what is like wrong to where I'm not getting the whole concept of the album? And so I listened to it for a second time. I'm like, all right, I know I like these songs for sure now. It's not just, oh, I like the beat of the song. No, I like the lyrics that he's spitting as well, some of the maturity and some of the growth that he does show on this album. I'm like, all right, I want to call him Blue so bad. Schoolboy, I see where you're going at on this. I don't see where you're going at. But I'm liking these songs right here. And I like some of the transitions. And I will say that the first half of the album, on first listen, I thought it was a bit of a... It was a slow burn. That's why I like to best describe it as a slow burn. I feel like the second half of the album, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, what are we doing right now? Some of the features that we had on here, which I will say that some of the features, I don't want to say disappointed me, but I do wish there was more from the features. We'll talk about a bit later. But I just was so confused with it. But I think after the third or fourth listen, I'm like, I'm all the way here, baby. Especially after I read the definition of Blue Lips on his website because I was like, all right, I got to look a bit more
I thought about the kid. Because, like, I remember, like, you know, I have a baby, you know, I had a baby. And I remember, like, them being not, if they lips are blue, they're not breathing and this type of stuff, right? And I'm like, so I was thinking about this album, how I felt, like, confused. I felt uncomfortable. I felt claustrophobic in a way. Like, I felt like I can't breathe. I felt like it was so much coming at me, bro. Like, even just with content, I mean, with the content matter, like, some of the it's mostly with the beat switches. And I was just like, it's just, I don't know, bro. I don't know how to feel. I need a breath of fresh air, bro. Let me run outside. No, for real, bro. I felt trapped.
Like, it felt
really trapped to me.
Like, it was closing you in. Yes, I will say that. And I will say that he kind of does touch on that, talking about being trapped in the house. Bro, he wanted to send his kid out to school. Right. We paying for, you know, kids not being safe out there because of certain things happening at schools that shouldn't be happening at all. Right. And so, certain topics that he touches on with that, I'm like, oh, he's really talking about fatherhood on here. But also, like I said, he was talking about that trapped in the house thing. You guys don't understand where I was at. And I'm like, I really feel like right now, I'm going into the mind of Schoolboy Q, which is what I don't think we ever got on the album. We've gotten his experiences, we've gotten his habits, we've gotten, you know, his gangster lifestyle. Right. But I feel like with this album, we're getting the psyche of Q, like how he's thinking, how he feels.
Like, I don't know if anybody on this, like anybody, like I guess got this concept to me, but it felt like a movie to me. Like in a way of like, from the titles, like Funny Guy, and he was just like on Funny Guy, it's like, okay, life is funny in a way, and then you go with Pop. And then Pop is like mad aggressive. That's why I feel like you got all of Q in this. And if you keep going down, you got the introspectiveness. Then you got him talking about women. Then you got him talking about, you know, other gang stuff. Then his mom being in the army and how he feel about this country. And then going into like freaking
that was like Germany 86, right?
And then talking about like cop killing pretty much on what's called Pig Feet. I was just like, it was all the stuff that's in his mind, like. And in the way how he laid it out, at first I thought it wasn't cohesive. But if you listen to the album, to me, it feels like really well put together, bro. Like, it felt really, and I'm like, it's now to me, bro, even though like it's beats up and down, to me it still flows really well to me. And I'm like, I don't know, I still feel like a movie. And then even how he tied back Smile to Funny Guy. And I'm like, after all this chaos, you smile. And I'm like, yo, it just.
And they both have to do with your mouth.
Yeah, with your mouth. And I'm like, bro, it hit me like, dang, maybe that's maybe what it is, bro. Because like all this stuff in the middle, bro. Like you got this stuff laughing. Like, all right, I'm about to put you on, like, we were saying, don't bring the whole. We say, don't bring the hoes, bring the money back, nigga, whatever. Like,
like on Ohio or something like that.
Now I'm talking about like in the beginning on Funny Guy. Like,
when he was just doing the mumbling.
It was like, don't, and it's like, in the background, you could hear somebody saying like, I don't know if he's saying like, oh, you a funny guy, like, are you joking? I don't know. I was really trying to listen because it's something in those lyrics he's saying, bro. But anyway, it just felt like, I'm finna put y'all, like, he's a funny guy, like, I'm finna put y'all on a trip, bro. I don't know. That's how it felt.
I will say that because, you know, funny does have different definitions in terms of funny, haha, or funny, weird. You know what I'm saying? So this was definitely a weird experience going into it. And like I said, I didn't get the concept at first because I feel like this was way too chaotic. Yeah. And then I was like, maybe that's the point.
That's the point. That's
and then, you know, like I said, I got the definition that he put on the website.
I haven't looked at that.
And, you know, blue lips, you know, to noun, verb, adjective, plural, lipped, synonymous with, I'm not going to blur this out, cooning, synonymous. And
that's why he had probably the gap in the two. Yeah, it's like a minstrel. Like those,
And then, you know, his first definition for it was speechless, especially as a temporary result of shock or strong emotion.
Right.
This is how I felt first listening to it. 2, of a person or mood, shocked, speechless, or embarrassed. The crowd gave me blue lips. Another definition you gave, a particular attitude toward or way of regardless or regarding something. 2, coon.
Yeah.
They were cooning.
Yeah.
And the verb version of blue lips, become fully aware of something as a fact, understand clearly. I feel like I went through all cycles of that throughout my multiple listens.
And you can hear him talk about like introspectiveness, about like, oh man, like I got these kids over here in the house. Like he's talking about fatherhood, but then he also talk about killing somebody. So it's like it's that stereotype, it's that cooning, and some of the songs are just really like loud heartbeat and stuff. Like, bro, it's like stereotypical, like some nigga, like some black music. Like if you hear some hip hop or like somebody, you know, they'll think of like something like this. But if you listen to this album, you're gonna get all of it. You're gonna get everything to me.
So I gotta ask you a question. Do you think that this is Schoolboy Q's most introspective album?
In a way, I do. I believe this is probably.
I think in terms of like him actually being introspective, as in like we getting to know him and how he thinks, rather than a blank face where I feel like this gave me his life, not really what exactly he's thinking.
I think it's his best work, bro. I think Blank Face is probably his best album, but I think this is probably like him being like showing that his skill. Like, even though like some of the lyrics are not like, he's not mad, miracle, lyrical, who cares about that? But how Q approaches projects, like even with his concepts, how the aggression, like you feel it, bro. Like, so it's like, I just think with this album, he actually put all of him together in one. And I feel like this was, to me, bro, this is probably his best work. I don't know if it's recency bias, but it just feels like, I feel like I got Q on this, bro.
So I want to say personally, I do agree with you on that. I feel like Blank Face is his number one in terms of like as a whole project and package deal itself. Blank Face to me will always be number one.
Yeah.
Some of the things that he did on Blank Face to me is still amazing, especially since I listened to it.
John Mayer, oh my God.
Or Groovy Tony and Blank Face with Jadakiss. I'm like, oh my god.
Staring at him with the Blank Face.
I think the only song that I'm on is that part, maybe. And the E40 feature. Besides that though.
We ain't gotta read it.
Complete project. But for me, when it comes to Blue Lips itself, I feel the exact way you are. I feel like we got his best rapping. I feel like we got every variety of Schoolboy Q in terms of his rapping ability. We didn't get as much as the we didn't get the crazy sporadic Q a lot on this album. We got it here and there, but I feel like he's not really trying to focus on him doing the theatrics on his rapping, more so his actual rapping performance of his lyrics, how he's rapping, the flow, the tone, all those type of things he's focusing on. And I feel like I said, we get a bit and pieces of him from Oxymoron, Habits and Contradictions, Setbacks, Blank Face. We get all that in this album right here. And I feel like it's a healthy mix of everything.
And what was this? I think his number one goal was to make us feel that way as well. And I'm like, the feeling he was going for, he did it. I feel like he executed it. Because like that first listen, I was like I said, like everything you kind of like wrote down, like what he put in the meaning of the definition, my bad. Like, I felt that way, bro. And I'm like, man, why do I feel this way? Because some people say they click first listen. I'm like, yo, the first listen for me was hard.
Yeah, I like the songs.
Yeah, I like the songs separately.
But as an album I was like, I don't get it. It's not cohesive.
Like,
bro, they're not going into each other. I'm like, what is this?
Yes, I'm like, man, hold on. What was it?
I got to say that, though. TDE seems to be on a run with introspective albums recently. With Herbert, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and now this. I'm like, all right, what are we doing, Black Hippie?
But like, man, do you want to go into like production features?
Yeah, we go into production because we already talked about Schoolboy Q's performance on this album. Pretty good, amazing for Schoolboy Q itself.
Amazing, bro.
Yeah,
amazing.
When we go to the production itself, I feel like it was a good amount of varied production. But when you listen to the album multiple times, it's not the same, but it's cohesive,
it's like in the same
enough,
theme,
but it's just all reordered weird.
Right.
To where it's like I'm getting this same similar type of beat, but somewhere different and not right beside each other, which I do like.
Like we got 18 songs on here, but I feel like we got way more.
Oh yeah, especially with the beat switches in them.
Yes,
oh my god,
we got way more.
I feel like this is one of Q's best produced albums. I feel like this is, besides Blank Face, his second best produced album.
This produced very well, bro.
Yeah, and I feel like some of the beat switches, especially when they feel like completely different songs, like the song with Movie. Bro. I love that song. I just hate that Schoolboy Q didn't hop on that second beat. I'm like,
see, this one thing I like about Q, right? So like I told you how it felt like a movie to me. I feel like these are other characters that's in his movie, like different, like so he letting his little homies on. and like letting them perform. Like even the producer guy, Devin Malik, like he had some stuff. It's like cool, but he was like, Q putting the little homies on or whatever. And even with Jazzy, never heard of her.
But
never.
She was only on the hook though.
I
feel
know,
like
but
Q did his thing curating on this album in terms of like the Rico Nasty, and that's the one thing I was like, she didn't really do anything on here.
I love Rico.
I started thinking, I'm like, he didn't necessarily place his people as a feature verse, but more so as a feature of the actual song.
I'm telling you,
itself.
like he used them all like
as an instrument,
as what they good at. He used them what they're good at. Like her, she's really good with aggression and how she raps. I love Rico Nasty, bro. And like I said, the Devin Malik guy, I only knew him from like production. From I think he produced some stuff on like Isaiah's Rashard album. I never knew him from like a rapper. So like I don't know, he was okay. I didn't dislike him. And then Freddie, I don't know. You said you I don't know how you feel now about that Freddie verse, but I don't know. Are we still on production?
Yeah, we're still on production, so we can talk about that a little later. But production overall, I think that this was stellar on all forms. I think that Q has not lost it when it comes to actually picking a beat and seeing, okay, I want this different beat right here.
Can we talk about Thank God for Me beat, bro?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, bro.
No.
No, bro. That the third switch, when they merged them together, perfect, bro.
I was like, dang, I wish we could get more.
Bro, that first beat, I'm like, ooh, that's mean. I love the vibe. But then he switched it, the chicken.
Oh, when it got to the hard beat?
Bro, when it got to the chicken head, sample, and then he merged them together, I'm like, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I was like, this song right here.
What's another beat that's like stood out to you?
Obviously, you already know that Alchemist beat.
That switch
stood out to me. And I was like, because at first the beginning, it felt like he was doing the sample of an Alchemist beat rather than Alchemist getting an actual sample and doing it.
One day we're gonna get a Q and Alchemist full album.
I need that.
I mean, at least nine, because they got like Lucy's together. And stuff like
but I need that album because I need it to be a cohesive project. I don't need just the Lucy's. I need a whole project from that. And Jazzy with the whole little the hook part. I'm like, all right, what are we doing right here? I mean, the three basically beats in Ohio, I feel. Because there was like three different beats in that
it was like the first beat was kind of mellow, and then the second beat
went up,
and then it went back chill. Because I think that third beat kind of similar to the first one, if I'm not mistaken. I know it was mellow, but was it the same?
I would say it's mellow. I don't think it was the same exactly.
Beat? Okay.
But when Freddie got on that, because I heard the flow, and the fact that Q has such a good performance on performing on all three of these different beats, and it's not the whole same flow going through each beat. And I'm like, you're giving me a different experience with each piece of the song, Q.
And it's hard for me to not to bring up Blue Slides either way, because like the
Blue
jazz
Slides might be one of the best songs.
That's probably my favorite. That's why we'll get to that. But like, bro, Blue Slides, like that beat, amazing. I love the sample. That beat I love a whole like album of Q just rapping on smooth like jazz beats,
because he fit really well, and I'm glad that Q knew what to do on this album when he got each beat. He knew not to go super crazy. He knew not to get super wild, doing which I do love that.
I love it,
but I love that on certain beats, not on every beat. And Q knew how to rap on each of these beats. And these beats to me perfectly fitted Schoolboy Q.
So what beats? What you got? What you got with production?
Movie is also especially the beginning, and then we get to the second part. I'm like, dang, Q, you can get on that. I'm like, look, I don't even know this AZ chick dude, but he did his thing on that. I'm like, oh,
that's what I'm saying. That's why I think we just need it, bro. Like I feel like some of these songs, like Nunu, felt like an interlude to me. Like Movie was like an interlude to me.
Yeah,
like,
same.
You know what I'm saying? Some of this stuff sound like, all right, this is like a little, part in the album. Like,
I will say the only beat that I really wasn't too fond of in terms of I loved it.
First?
No, I like that one.
I don't like that sample.
Foe.
I like Foe beat. Him and Ab was rapping his butt off, bro.
To me, it gave me older, it felt like an older song for me.
It probably was.
Because when it comes to songs like that Q and Absol have, I love it whenever they're going to collab on their projects with each other.
Right.
Because they always give a stellar performance. This song gave me that same vibe of back in the blog era, though. It didn't give me like a new Q, new Absol. But that's mostly because of Absol's performance, not really Q. To me, Absol gave a bit of a weaker performance on here.
You don't like his verse?
Only because it felt like old Absol. It didn't feel like he grew. It felt like I literally ripped him from the blog era and put him on this. It's still good verse, but
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that.
To me, it feels old. That's my thing. It felt like it didn't grow. It felt like literally if you listen to like Sopa or Druggy with H words or Druggy with H words again, those songs.
But it's two different songs, B. It's a different vibe on the album.
No, but I'm saying it feels like those songs when it comes to Absol's performance.
But you might be right. It might have been an old song, but I don't know.
To me, that's what it feels like. I feel like Schoolboy Q still leveled up in rapping because I feel like whenever Absol's on track, he's gonna have to match him somehow because Absol,
he's gonna go.
But production overall, stellar. I really enjoyed it. But
I say amazing. It's probably bro.
That's a stellar.
Bro, this album is gonna be album of the year contender, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just hoping it doesn't get swept away because it came out so early.
Oh, nah.
I'm hoping because we're in the first quarter still.
Oh, we is. So this stand in the rotate.
That's so scary to me. But after we talked about Q's production, let's talk about some of the features.
All right.
And do you have a favorite feature on here? I feel like the features, like I said earlier, they weren't really standout performances in terms of, we're gonna get a 5.
But I'm saying they're cool. I'll just say my standout.
They played their part. They played their role.
I say my standout, I say Freddie, bro.
I'd have to say the same.
Yeah,
I hated that because I'm like, at Freddie and then Absol, I'm like, you gonna make me fight?
I just love Freddie on that beat. And bro, at first, like,
he ate that.
Bro,
at first, I didn't like it.
I know you text me. You're like, you don't know how you feel. But I'm like, nah, Freddie was on that joint.
Yeah, nah.
And then that one line about like
beating up these academics.
No, but he
I'm
said
catch a case when I see academics or whatever he said.
But he'll say like dang, I don't know if a burden, but he was just saying like he could put a hit, just put it on the budget. I was like, yo, that's hard.
Nah, Freddie, he did his thing on here. I will say that Freddie to me was the standout feature on this album. But I will say that
Rico, I like Rico
as Chica, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah,
he definitely did his thing on that beat. Yeah. So I can't be mad at it. Overall, I think that the features were pretty good. They all played their part.
I feel they weren't like the standout.
Yeah, they wasn't the show stealer. Yeah, which is good because I want to focus on Q on this.
I think he not pretend. I think that was like intentional in a way because like Q was all it's his album, so he's all over this album, bro.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah.
But we talked about features. Let's go ahead and talk about, some of the songs that we really liked, some of the themes, some of the concepts.
Right. Okay.
And I will say that, to me, this shows a mature Q. Crash Talk to me was a bit all over the place, which I get it because it's Crash Talk, and you got those super hype songs.
But I feel like every artist like kind of have that crisis of like, okay, what am I doing? Type shit.
And I feel like this album to me, it really showed and reflected like what he's kind of been going through or thinking of in the past 5 years, especially with him not being a father, which is a huge thing because he's been out of the rap game for 5 years, probably been focusing on fatherhood. He says even now he still eats off of oxymoron, but to not make music in that long and you be a rapper and I don't know how he feels about rap in general, like if he loves rap or like, he has a passion for it, but to be out of it for that long, you not really doing the features. This album to me gave me a great pickup / checkpoint vibe for Schoolboy Q itself. Yeah. It felt just phenomenal, especially with some of the things that he was touching upon. Yeah. Like I said earlier, the school incidents that happened that shouldn't be happening.
He said like that was in Cooties. No, he said that in Blue Slides, right?
Blue Slides or Cooties? Because I remember Cooties, he was saying something about how he helps people.
Yeah.
People only come around him for favors or things like that.
So like in Cooties. Blue Slides, because they kind of similar.
They similar in terms of content, but they're different in terms of like how he's rapping the content.
Because like Cooties, I don't know if he was struggling from like what they call a survival's guilt in a way. Because like he was bringing up some of the stuff that he can do with his kids, and like, I might just take them out of school,
or I might that deadbeat line too.
That deadbeat. Sometimes you gotta, and then she cheating. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, ooh, that hit, because like a lot of people go that you be working hard, and that milkman pop up on the door. You know what I'm saying? So. I love Blue Slides, bro. Man, my standout track. I love the subject matter, the things he was talking about. So that's probably my standout track on the album. That and Cooties when it comes to like, I guess subject matter. And Time Killer. Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm about to say that whole run from
bro.
To me, Back in Love or Lost in Times,
bro,
up to Pig Feet. I'm like, oh my Lord,
bro.
I'm like, Q, what are we doing right now?
Nah, bro, this album, this album's good.
It's really good.
It's really good, bro. Yeah. Like, it's crazy because I remember like on like my 6th listen, I listened to the album like 10 times. Like, I'm probably more, bro. I might be being a little, you know what I'm saying? But
facetious.
Yes, okay. But I was just saying like, I'm like, bro, maybe it's not that good. And I listened to it again, I'm like, nah, it's good, bro.
Like, I never had a problem listening to it all the way through, and I never was like, oh, let me skip this.
Yeah, I just played it.
I never had that feeling in here
and like,
at all.
I'm going to piggyback on an older album from Q. Blank Face, I revisited. It seems long. It seems it's dragged.
I will agree with you. But that's because I feel like he was trying to go for... I feel like a lot more songs are focused and concentrated on Blank Face, which I give it a bit of a pass. But I will say towards the end, I'm like, all right, Q, come on, let's wrap this up. This is like that movie that's just like 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's like, all right, let's defeat the villain now. Where are we going right now? But honestly, I mean, coming under an hour, 18 tracks, felt like way more.
It felt like way more tracks. I feel like we got, bro. It don't even feel bloated to me.
No, not at all. Not at all. Especially with something always different happening within the tracks themselves. So you never get bored or nothing ever overstays its welcome itself on this album right here. Amen. Like I said, songs like Thank God For Me and then the Blue Slides, I'm like,
bro,
Q, what are we doing right now?
Yarn was cool. I love Lovebirds, bro.
Lovebirds is good.
Movie, of course. Bro.
Oh man,
only song I actually really don't care about is First, only because of that sample. I was the one that fucking up first. I was the one that fucking up first.
I think it was the one.
Who freestyle is that? Who is that?
I don't know.
Is that like? But is that like an ASAP Ferg or something?
But to me, that was the one fun track. So I'm like, all right, I'm cool with this. Yeah. To me, it was the one fun track.
Like, it's a track that I can go without. I'm just the only track. If I have to put one,
that's Foe for me.
Foe could be. Yeah, Foe is not like.
No, I'm saying for me.
I'm just saying. But Foe, I'm just saying Foe is like. Probably like a second or third song I don't like the second song I don't really care for.
But everything else on here, I mean, generally this whole album to me, no skips.
Yeah.
Everything was good overall. I think that it's hard for me to pick a standout track because there's so much varied production. There's so many different things happening on this album. This album is chaos.
We do like top 5 tracks or top 3? I think I could do top 5.
We could definitely do top 5. Right. You want to go off with your top 5 first? Or
yeah, I can do my top 5.
Go ahead.
Coming in at 5, I'm going to do Lost Time. Okay. And then I'm gonna go into Time Killers.
Okay.
Then Thank God For Me, Cooties, and then Blue Slides. My favorite, my number 1.
All right. So for me, my 5 tracks, no particular order. Thank God For Me, Blue Slides, easily. Back in Love. Oh, I love that song. Ohio. And I'm probably gonna do Cooties.
Cooties is.
Oh, but see, I love Time Killers and Pig Feast.
See, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Oh, man. See,
Pig Feast is
left. You made such a great album. I feel like. Can I fit all 18 songs into my top 5?
Like, bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's why I said 5, because I saw him doing like 3. I'm like, I can't do 3.
Yeah, that 3 is hard.
3 is hard.
Just 3?
3
but
is
see,
hard.
I love the thing that Schoolboy Q was like, my 3 favorite songs
it's gonna change
with each day.
Right.
I'm
like, bro, I listened to Time Cruise today. I had to run it back. I'm like, Time Cruise is so good.
I be wanting to do that, but I'm like, no, I gotta get to that next song. I like that next song too. See, that's my problem with this album. Yeah. To me, this is the best project I've heard this year, probably.
Oh yeah. So far, best album.
So I will say that TDE, I don't know what they're cooking over there. Yeah. Black Hippie, I need J-Rock to come up.
Yeah.
J-Rock?
I think they actually just letting them do their thing, bro. That's what it seems like it.
Oh, yeah. But I need J-Rock to come through, though, because everybody from Black Hippie has came out with an introspective album these last 3 albums. Yeah. J-Rock, please don't let me down. Because Schoolboy Q, I really wish I had a J-Rock feature on here, too.
No like J-Rock feature.
Yeah, no. There was an absence of actual Black Hippie members on here, except for Ab-Soul, obviously.
And I wasn't expecting that Kendrick.
You wasn't?
Nah.
I expected some background vocals because
I know how he do on Blank Face.
On Crash Talk, too.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did background vocals. I forgot what song it was, but he did background vocals.
Because, usually Kendrick tracks out his albums. You know that? He do all the I don't know if he did it.
He helps him like curate.
Yeah, I don't know if he did it this time.
Probably not. I don't know.
Because I know they are really close, even though I know K-Dot's not in the camp no more. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure
they're still friends outside.
Yeah, of course.
Like, they're still they're still Black Hippie outside of TDE.
That's kind of like, that's kind of one of them things you want them to be friends still. Like, man, I hope Kendrick talks to him about that. I don't know.
I didn't see them do music later on. But I actually want to see them outside of music, like, do something media-wise together.
It's like crazy, bro. Like, I actually since I've been listening to them since I was like 15 or 16 years old. Like, watching them. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird.
So since like for me, I feel like Schoolboy Q really came out during the blog era.
Yeah, 09, 10, around there. Yeah, 10 is like
Black Hippie, TDE, and all of them really got big during the blog era itself. And seeing them all kind of like bond with each other with different people, I always feel like I saw Q and Ab-Soul and Q and Kendrick do their thing. I never really see J-Rock except for with Kendrick.
Because he was Kendrick. Kendrick was J-Rock hype man because I think they was the first 2 signed to TDE.
This was before J-Rock got to TDE because he was with
I think
yeah.
So, no, J-Rock was with TDE before Tech 9.
No, I thought he was with Tech 9.
Nah, I think Strange Music was a deal he did while he was with TDE.
Okay.
Because I think TDE was the first people that grabbed him.
Okay, but I mean honestly, this
album was so good. If you watch this review, bro, we gonna try to put you in it. But bro, hey man, you did amazing. Keep this up, bro. Take 10 years if you need. Be a dad. Watch your daughter go to college, bro. Come back with that dad golf album. I'm rocking with it. You know what I'm saying?
Also, to me, this shows that Q and some rappers from that era have a place in hip hop of today.
Bro.
Because a lot of these rappers, they can't take off 5 years
No.
and still come back, and a whole bunch of people are talking about them on the internet. Yeah. A lot of these rappers, they take some years off.
Yeah, they get forget about. But I feel like Q always been that, like Q, Kendrick, even J-Rock in a way. Even though I know he's hardly not at like Q status, or him and Alpha Soul, you know, they kind of like lower. But even though I know J-Rock has like more commercial success, but I'm just saying Q is that type of artist that he put a lot of thought and like work into his albums that we give them breaks. You know what I'm saying? Even when like Crash Talk came out, we was like, hey, yo, he's dropping something. So it's like, we gonna be hyped anytime Kendrick drop. I mean, not Kendrick, because Q drop.
Everybody from Black Hippie, they drop quality projects. They drop quality content. So Q, honestly, I told you last episode or 2 episodes ago, you need to come with it.
Yeah.
I'm eating my words right now because you came with it, man. I really enjoyed this album. This was a great album, phenomenal album. Got to get this on vinyl.
Oh yeah,
gotta get this on vinyl.
I didn't get the pre-order, bro, only because I wanted to listen to the album first.
Oh yeah, I'm just not blindly buying things.
Sometimes I ain't gonna lie, I blindly bought a lot of stuff in the past.
Yeah, sometimes. But that's with an artist that you know for sure.
Right.
Crash Talk was his last day, so I'm like, if I would have pre-ordered that and got the album, I'm like, I don't really want this.
Yeah.
But Blue Lips is definitely a vinyl I do want to cop in my collection. I do want to preserve the heat because that is something worth preserving itself, especially in today's modern age.
I remember he was doing questions on Twitter. I should have asked him, is he going to tour? Because I know he said he don't like touring.
He probably is.
Yeah,
that's how you make most of your money off of that.
Yeah,
but did you see that he actually ordered his albums himself?
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, because I know he put Blue Lips first. Mm-hmm. He put Blank Face second. I think he put Habits of Contradictions 3. Yeah. And I'm like, I think I would have put Oxymoron over Habits of Contradictions.
I wouldn't. Why not? Nah, Habits better than me.
Like I said, I re-listened to it.
Me and Q list is like that on the same.
Okay, so I got the list right here. Number 1, Blue Lips. 2, Blank Face. 3, Habits of Contradictions. 4, Oxymoron. 5, Crash Talk. 6, Setbacks.
Only I switched Setback and Crash Talk, but
I think I keep those 2. I think I switch Oxymoron and Habits of Contradictions.
Setback is more of like, I guess it's just more with me with nostalgia because how I used to play that crap.
I think I switch Habits of Contradictions. See, that's the hard part because I think that consistently and thematically, Habits of Contradictions is better, but there are a lot of highs I really like on Oxymoron. But it goes for that commercial appeal, and he even admitted something towards that. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, you're sacrificing the art for the money. I get it. You got to play those plays sometimes. But I'm like, dang, I do like the commercial tracks too, except for Collard Green.
Hating Joint is like, come on, bro.
Hating Joint is so
come on, bro.
But to me,
off that alone, that's going over Oxymoron.
Habits of Contradictions to me is surface level Q.
Nah.
Compared to Oxymoron, he's talking about selling drugs to his uncle. He's not snitching on his uncle. He get beat for that. And he gonna snitch on his uncle or whatever. Come on, dog.
Bro, I witnessed that stuff in the hood. That ain't nothing to me. I'm just saying. I seen people sell dope to their grandma, bro. It's a rap.
Are you Freddie from Pinata talking about if I don't sell dope to my auntie, she gonna get it from someone else?
Hey, facts. But nah, look, bro. Habit is better, bro. And then Blue Lips is my number 1 Schoolboy Q album. I don't know if it's recently biased, but bro, I gotta you put your heart in this album.
Oh
bro.
Yeah, he did.
He put his heart in this album.
And so it's hard for me to rank those 2 because I'm just like,
because Blank Face is your heart.
Yeah, Blank Face is number 1 to me. I'm sorry, Q. You did a great project with Blue Lips. If Blank Face didn't exist, Blue Lips would definitely be number 1. But because of thematically and conceptually, I just love Blank Face a lot more, just from where it starts to where it ends.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just loved it on first listen. Boom, it got me. But I will say that I do love this project because this project forced me to have an opinion like, oh yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
It made me, I don't get it. Let me listen to it again. I really enjoyed that.
That's when I knew I was going to be on the, I was like, hold up. I don't think I understand that. I couldn't wait to play it back. And I don't know, bro. It just, first song, bro. Not even first, well, Funny Guy, whatever. Second song, Pop, is like, oh. I got it, bro. Pop. It is. I was just, oh, this is fire, bro.
I just love the fact that he gives us Q sprinkled here and there, different versions of Q, and I'm like,
I just love when they just cut off like Rico Nasty when they're like,
yeah,
I didn't even talk about, and then, bro, I was like,
thank God for
this. Bro, oh my God, and you know people been wanting that song because of the Boiler Room set he did, and he did a snippet of that song, whatever that was on the internet, but Q. You put your foot in this, bro.
You did your
thing. What they say with the grandmas, they put their foot in their little ankle in there.
Yes. Hey, no, he put his whole leg up in there.
His whole leg in there.
Pause on that, because I like
you like I put my leg up? But yeah, bro.
Schoolboy Q, amazing album, man.
All right, bro.
All right, but speaking of amazing things.
What?
You sent me a tweet earlier, and this right here is about to start some controversy. Oh man, we gotta brace ourselves for this one because
oh my god,
this is about to be scary. All right,
Let's
so
do it.
Tervis Scoot off of Twitter, he tweeted, "Every rapper I'm seeing in this comment section is getting beyond disrespected." And it says, "Hip hop fans, when an irrelevant rapper dies, legend." That's what we all say. And some of the rappers that have been listed on here that are quote unquote all legends: XXXTentacion, Juice WRLD, Pop Smoke, Nipsey Hussle, Lil Peep. You want to go first, or should I go first?
You go first, B. Set the tone. Set the tone, B.
XXXTentacion, legend? No.
Okay.
Juice WRLD, legend? No. Pop Smoke, legend? Maybe. Nipsey Hussle, not for music.
Okay.
For neighborhood legend.
Right.
Lil Peep, F no. No. And I think the thing is this, right? I get when people call these people legends.
Because of the tree, I guess.
Well, the tree, but also when they came into hip hop.
Yeah.
How these people affected them when they came into hip hop. These kids are really young and they're calling XXX, Juice WRLD, and all them legends. My brother loves all these and he's like 19, 20-ish, right?
Right.
They're generational legends, but they're not transcending the generation that they came out of. They might got 2 to 3 generations after that. They're only going to be legends to the kids that grew up with them. They're not going to be legends in hip hop of all time, like a Biggie, like a Nas, like a Jay-Z, like all of them basically, like a Tupac. They're not going to be legends like that are still to this day legendary amongst all hip hop fans. These are only going to be legends in this day and age. And the reason I say that, right? X came out with that sound.
Yeah.
Juice WRLD kind of was inspired by X.
And Lil Peep, he was inspired by Lil Peep.
Okay, yeah, Lil Peep as well. They inspired Juice WRLD. I don't feel like there's a lot of babies coming from that now that are popping based off of that. And I don't say that you have to be a baby or have babies to be a legend, but you're generally going to have some type of babies, right? Pop Smoke, the only reason I gave him semi-legend is because to me he has a Chief Keef effect in New York right now.
Because he pioneered the Brooklyn drill?
The New York drill.
To
me, he pioneered that. That's why I gave him semi-legend, because I don't want to say created a new sound. I believe he got it from overseas, right? But he pioneered that sound here.
It's like a mixture. It's like it's the UK like drill, like beats, but on like some some
New
Brooklyn,
York, American type stuff.
Yeah.
So I will say, because of the Chief Keef like effect that he had with drill music, even though I hate that they call it drill music up there when we already had drill music from Chicago.
It's because it's the drill, because of the the subject matter, the drill of like them beefing.
But whenever you say drill music online, people are first going to think the New York one, and I'm like, the kids, not us.
They do?
Yes. Well, I be seeing people, drill rappers I like. And then I'm like, okay, I'm about to see some Chicago rappers. I be seeing New York rappers. I'm like, huh?
Oh, well, I guess that's current.
Yeah, I'm saying
because,
kids.
I got you.
And so, to me, because he pioneered it, similar to Chief Keef, it's not as brand new like Chief Keef was, but the fact that he pioneered it, he got big with that sound. Everybody in New York is now doing that sound, from 504 to Ice Spice.
Right.
2 big artists as of right now, right? Nipsey Hussle, the reason I don't give him legendary status is because musically he wasn't a legend. Okay. I'll be real. You know I'm a huge Nipsey Hussle fan. I love all of Nipsey Hussle's projects. Lyrically, musically, he wasn't really doing anything different. He wasn't doing anything that was crazy different.
He made motivational rap, though.
Exactly. He made me want to get money. He made me want to become a better person. He made me want to get some paper. You get what I'm saying? Be on the grind.
Right.
Nipsey made me do that, but it wasn't lyrically or anything sonically that he done for me that I haven't heard before. Yeah. He wasn't that great of a lyricist either.
Right.
No disrespect to Nipsey. One of my favorite rappers of all time, because I love Nipsey Hussle music.
Yeah.
But I will say that he's more of a neighborhood legend because of what he's done for his neighborhood and for his people rather than his music itself. All the accolades for when he passed were shined about the things that he did rather than his music.
Yeah.
And he only has one album. Like, people wasn't even talking about that album until it got nominated. And then when they did get nominated, people was making fun of it.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah. Then we got Lil Peep. I don't really know much about him, but also I don't really feel his effect in hip-hop as of right now. Yeah. So those are my reasons of why these guys aren't or are legends.
Yeah. I feel like you said, to me, Nipsey Hussle's a legend. Only because of it's like an artist, like the painters. When they die, they work get bigger, boom, 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 boom. I feel like Nipsey, when he died, yes, as he was doing his activist work, everybody loved Nipsey. But musically, he wasn't like the guy. But
I feel like that happens with all rappers, though. And to me, that's a point of that whole tweet. Hip-hop fans, when an irrelevant rapper dies, legend.
But Nipsey wasn't irrelevant before he died.
To the casual mainstream, yes.
Nah,
He didn't have no
he was pretty
casual mainstream.
I don't know.
My girl said she never heard of Nipsey Hussle, and a lot of the people that she knows, they never heard of Nipsey Hussle until he died.
Yeah.
Casual. I'm not talking about casual hip hop head.
Yeah.
Casual listener of hip hop. Casual, like not hip hop head, just casual listener. People that know who Moneybagg Yo is, G Herbo is. People that have these viral songs that you're gonna know them and you can't escape them.
Yeah, I know, but Nipsey didn't. Well,
musically, I'm talking only musically.
Yeah, but I still feel like Nipsey's a legend. Because I know you said it happens when they die, but like it don't last as long. Like Nipsey stuff is lasting long. Like people are still listening to his music. They still going back to it. It's not like
do you feel like that because he died? And his impact is now really seen because he died rather than when he was alive?
Yeah, that happens because he died. Like, look, who knows what we'd have been doing if Tupac never died. Like, he might would have fell off, but he died. So if it lives on, it lives on. Some people die and they don't live on. Nobody really talking about P&B Rock no more, bro.
But I think when it comes to Nipsey, he had that core following. I think the thing is, like, a lot of these artists, they had this huge overnight success, like a Juice WRLD, like a XXX kind of. They didn't have a long-lasting career already before that they was making money off of rap. And they still do. They had that cult following back then. So I do see your point now with Nipsey. Yeah. I do agree with it to a degree.
Yeah. Oh, so another one. You probably won't agree with this. My stance changed a lot on these things. Triple X. I think he's a legend, B. Only because, look, he's not going to be a legend to us. Like, when it comes to, like, but I think, like you said, I agree with you. When it comes to, like, his fans, he's going to always be a legend to them. Because it's always going to be those emo little kids that like emotional music.
Yeah.
Like,
that's why I call him a generational legend.
Like Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi ain't a legend to certain people. Some people don't even like Kid Cudi.
But I think that's because he watered down his own discography.
Nah, it has nothing to do with discography, bro. Because some people is not listening to Kid Cudi music. They think he corny. But look, Cudi has a legend status just because of his fans. I feel like.
Do you think so?
Yes, bro.
I think he's a legend in hip hop in general.
Nah, bro. Not to everybody, bro. Influence. Not to everybody though, B. I'm saying, think of the people that's old heads to us. I think they don't like Cudi, bro.
But also, they can't deny his influence of hip hop now, though.
I'm pretty sure that some they will, because they'll probably think that like A$AP Rocky don't sound like Kid Cudi, but he's been influenced by Kid Cudi. Travis Scott, they might like some Travis Scott songs, but they don't probably hear the Kid Cudi.
Do you think that Kid Cudi is a generational legend like I was talking about, or do you think
he's a blog era like legend, bro?
But do you think he's a legend in hip hop?
Like overall for me, yeah, but I don't think overall to everybody else, bro.
So you don't think the consensus is he's a legend?
Nope. I don't think so. And I think the same will be for, but I feel like Nipsey will be. I think Nipsey's just a legend now, bro. And I feel like Triple X and them going to have that legend status with those type of kids. Because, bro, it's going to be kids. You know, I got a son. And like 10, he going to be like, yeah, I listen to Juice WRLD. I listen to XXXTentacion. I like Lil Peep. They be like, yo, they are like legends. And they're going to be legends to people, bro. I feel like they are. Like what? Also what you said with Pop Smoke. I feel like he's gonna have his legend status just because, like you said, he was the catalyst to like this Brooklyn, what's it called? It's Brooklyn drill, right? Yeah. The Brooklyn drill scene. I think they legends, B.
You think all of them are legends?
Lil Peep has his legend status, bro. I was a Peep fan, and I know what Peep did, bro. It was so many. Even though he wasn't the first one that like pioneered it, because you had like, you still had like Young Lean, you had all these people, and when Peep died. When he died, more people went back into the catalog. It's kind of like with Mac Miller. Mac Miller wasn't no legend, bro, to me. Oh, I still don't think Mac Miller's a legend to me. Why not? Still don't. I don't know. It's just, I don't feel that. I love Mac Miller, bro.
To me, he's a legacy artist from the blogging.
I love Mac Miller, bro. But he don't have legend status to me. Because what did Mac do? Like, what do he have that's like, oh, yeah. I'm a Mac Miller influence. Like, name some rappers that they Mac Miller babies. It's quiet. It's really quiet. Yeah. But you could name some people that trying to copy off Triple X.
Of course.
You got some people that try to do Juice WRLD. Of course. And Lil Peep they not big artists, but it's a lot of them underground dudes.
But do you feel like these artists from X to Juice to Lil Peep would exist without a Kid Cudi?
Would these exist without a Kid Cudi? Yeah. Because you have Kanye. You have all these other rappers. Cudi wasn't the first person who was emotional.
Yeah, but he was the one that really pushed it out like that to where it was like it formed babies. You get what I'm saying? Like
I know.
It distinctly formed babies right then.
Yeah, but Cudi also a child of Andre. He's also a child of Andre 2000. You gotta think of all the Pharrell. You gotta think of all these other people. I think it'll still be some of these people, bro. I think
Okay.
My mind, like 5 years ago, I didn't think this.
I think I gotta see 2 to 3 generations. Because right now, I feel like we're in the next generation after the clout era. The clout era to me is like basically the clout / SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Playboy Cardi, Lil Uzi, XXX, Juice
Bro,
WRLD, all them.
These guys
we're in the era after that. The TikTok
these guys
era
are getting more plays than rappers and people that are alive right now. Like, look at Juice WRLD numbers. Look at X numbers.
They have a cult following.
That's why. But this is like huge. This is bigger than a cult following, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, I have homies I work with that's like they're 30. Mm-hmm. I jam XXX. I jam Juice WRLD. Like, they listen to him.
But
I jammed them too.
I mean, I did.
But
too.
I don't listen to them no more.
I jammed
but it was like an era.
Like, I jammed everybody but Lil Peep.
Yeah, I jammed Lil Peep heavy.
Nah. But I don't know. I just feel like I gotta see their effect a bit more later on. We're already 2 to 3 eras out from the blog era, so I can see the effects of someone like a Cudi, like a Drake, like a J. Cole, like a Kendrick. Those staying powers or standing powers.
I don't know, B. I think the drop is quicker than that. I'm telling you. I think you're still gonna see the effects, because if it didn't matter, B, we wouldn't be talking about them. They numbers wouldn't be like that, B.
So I will say this. I want to preface this right now. I'm not saying that they didn't change anything for people, or that they didn't change people's lives. I'm not saying that when I say that they're legendary. When I think of legendary, I'm thinking of like older generations or blog era artists. You get what I'm saying?
Not all blog era artists are legendary.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a few of them, bro.
There's a few of them.
Yeah, that's what
But I'm saying I gotta feel the effects of it generations down the line. Can my opinion change? Of course, I'm a human. My opinion can definitely change. But like I said, I just want to make this clear for the viewers. Just because I say they're not legendary does not mean that I'm not saying that they did not impact people, or they did not have fans, or they did not have people that love them.
Look, these guys are like the tail end of the SoundCloud era. Mm-hmm. They was like when SoundCloud, people was like itching away, because I remember I found Lil Peep on SoundCloud. Mm-hmm. I found Juice WRLD on SoundCloud. Mm-hmm. I found XXX on SoundCloud. Mm-hmm. They was like at the end of their era, like 27. Well, Peep with me was 2016, mm-hmm. but like Juice WRLD like 2018, 2017, mm-hmm. X 2016ish. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these guys, they're still around. I think we're gonna feel them for a minute, B. I think they're gonna. I wouldn't say they're gonna be Tupac, but they got more plays than Tupac. I'm pretty sure. We can look. We can check.
Yeah, we got.
Even though I know it's more current, but
that just sounds crazy to me. That I'll look up Tupac, but that just sounds crazy to me, because Tupac to me he has 22.9 monthly listeners.
Hey, Juice WRLD got 31, 31.2.
I'm not a big Tupac fan.
Yeah,
I'm not saying Tupac ain't influential or legendary.
Let's go to X.
But
let's go to X.
Wow.
Let's go to X. 38.1.
So I got to be real with you.
Let's go to Lil Peep.
Oh my gosh, this is getting scary, because hearing these numbers being bigger than Tupac.
Lil Peep is smaller, 15.2, but that's still a lot.
He was way more underground compared to
Tupac. But look,
he didn't have as much mainstream success.
He still
has a number.
He's still top 500 in the world, bro.
Yeah,
that's still a lot.
So I know Nipsey's gonna be below.
Yeah, it's gonna be below that, but it's different.
Yeah, the kids love Juice and X. Yeah. So Pop Smoke and all of them, they might be lower or around that number. I don't know, 3.6. This kind of scares me when we get to the legendary topic, because
I just feel like we're just gonna have different legends, bro. Like, look, bro, is Big L a legend to you?
No,
he's a legend to me.
To me, he's a legacy artist. I don't want to say he's a legend. Yeah, but he's a legendary artist from back then.
Yeah,
I hope.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, like I don't want to call him legacy, because I feel like that's kind of
because he didn't really get to do anything. He put out one album in a posthumous album,
and one of them had like a freestyle from when he was on the radio.
Like he passed away, bro. Like he got killed.
But that album was so good. Lifestyles of the Rich and Poor, bro, or the Lifestyles of the Poor, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. That's hard, because somebody the other day on Twitter, it's Fat. They really just our legends are really acting like this. Someone said, "You think Fat Joe's a legend?" I'm like,
I think Fat Joe's a legend.
Do we say that only because they came from the older era, though?
Well, because Fat Joe has relevancy. He stayed around. He was a bit part of the Big Pun era.
But do you feel like older artists
and he has legendary songs? He probably don't have like classic albums. He was in Digging with the Crates, so he has cultural impact. Mm-hmm. I feel like Fat Joe's a legend, bro.
So let's okay. What makes a legend? What makes a legend in hip hop?
I feel like with legacy in hip hop is also longevity, impact, some hits, and some influence. And I feel like Fat Joe has those. He probably don't have a classic album. He got some hits. He has some impact. He has some influence. And he was a part of like Digging in the Crates, which was like, I don't know, you probably don't even know what that is.
Sounds familiar.
But yeah, that's like Big L, Lord Finesse, all them guys. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Who? I think he's a legend.
And see, that's the thing, because it's like, who do I consider? Because I don't want to say every single rapper from the 90s is a legend.
No, we can't say that. Like,
what rapper from the 90s that you could think of on top of your head isn't a legend?
Like that's big. Like a big rapper? Because what do you mean?
A rapper that's still maybe active today or doing something relevant today. Would you call Talib Kweli a legend?
Yeah,
I would.
Yeah,
Mos Def?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to the ones that's relevant. They are legends because they're relevant. If they wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like Rakim, right? Rakim is legendary status because he changed the game. Yeah. But he's not relevant and like in your face all the time. Yeah. But he's one of those legends that's.
I did what I did. My impact is like precedes me.
Like Cool G Rap. You know who Cool G Rap is? Yeah.
Legend.
He legend, but he's not all. Even though he put out albums, but they not like, gotta get that new Cool G Rap album. It's not like that. He's not that status. But I'm saying like the ones that that's legend. You know them. They're relevant. They like, you just know them. You're gonna, they in my top. They in the top 20. They just said.
So would you consider Ren a legend from NWA?
No, NWA is legendary group.
No, NWA, yes.
NWA is a legendary group. MC Ren is not a legend.
Okay, I see where you're going.
You know what I'm saying?
I get where you're going.
Ice-T, I said Ice-T. Ice-T a legend. Ice Cube, legend. Easy legend. Dr. Dre, legend. DJ Yella, no. Yeah. He's a porn, like, he do, like, sound for porn.
Yeah.
Sorry.
About that. But I get where you're going at with this. I want to say this. As the years go on and as the decades go on, because hip-hop is, like, what, the youngest genre of music
50 years old,
in terms of, like, one of the bigger genres, but one of the youngest.
50 years old.
Do you think that these legends will eventually fizzle out to like the actual consumer of hip hop later on down the line? I'm talking about like when we like in our 60s.
So you saying when it's like
70s.
When hip hop's like 100 years old?
Do you think like people will still talk about Biggie or Tupac?
Most definitely. People still talk about.
But do you feel like those legacies could still live on because of streaming and because of self-made content creators, like people being able to do their own documentaries. Yes. People like Digging the Greats, where he talks about breakdowns of music and how it impacted stuff.
Bro, they're gonna continue to live on, bro. Tupac died in 1996. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, Tupac still is disgusting if he's not in your top 5.
Oh, he's not in mine.
Biggie, like Biggie.
He's not in mine.
You know what I'm saying? Like these guys are still like talked about. We're still talking about them now. So it's like a guy told us not to talk about Summers and talk about Tupac.
And P. Diddy.
P. Diddy is insane. But they're legends, B.
Yeah.
I just want you to see that like each generation have their legends. Like you was onto that point.
Yeah.
But you said no to you. But I'm like, even to me, I think everybody.
But see, once you gave me the perspective of we don't see him as that, but other people, even though I kind of said that.
Yeah.
But when you said that, people don't see Kid Cudi as legend, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what do you mean by that? But you kind of broke it down to a degree.
That generation
to where older people like,
they Bro, they want to hip the hippie tees just don't stop
people
the
who think Slick Rick's top 5, get them out.
Hey, see now you disrespectful. See, that's why they don't like you. Bro, Slick Rick is a best storyteller, bro. Come on, bro.
Best.
One of the best storytellers in hip hop history, bro. Probably the best.
One of the best innovators, maybe not best story. No,
bro, I can't believe you hating on my boy, man. You wilding right now.
I'm not calling Slick Rick one of the top 5 storytellers of all time in hip hop. One of the innovators, but just because you innovate don't mean you do it the best.
All right,
that's just my opinion, though. So when you telling me, let me guess, you telling me Ice Cube, Scarface, Slick Rick, those are the 3 for sure in top 5 of storytelling in hip hop.
Who's better than Slick Rick? Like, who else you can name better than Slick Rick in storytelling?
I like Kendrick Lamar more.
No. And storytelling, no.
Yes, to me.
No, he don't rap like that. Cop shot the kid.
Cop shot the kid. Then I hit him around the bridge. Yeah. I'm like, get that ish out of here. I'm not listening. Dog, I listened to that whole album. I'm like, this is it? I'm like, you got the same.
What album you listen to, bro?
The Amazing Great Adventures of Slick Rick.
Yeah. That's all?
Bro, that's all I need to listen to.
Bro, you're disrespectful.
I do like some of his other songs that he has, like the one with Outkast and Nas, though, off of his 96 album, maybe, I think. Or was it 99? I don't know. But I'm not, no.
You don't like him on Art of Storytelling, Part 4? Was it Part 4 he was on? Part 3.
The one that was on DJ Drama's?
No, he's on the one on Aquemini.
Oh, that was Part 1 or 2 then.
Yeah, I'm bugging, bro.
Yeah, because the one's part 3 and 4.
He's on part 1. He's on part 1.
Yeah. I mean, I had Big Boy and Andre there to suffice. Come on, dog. What we doing?
I can't believe you disrespecting Rick like this, bro.
I mean, look.
Come on,
Look who he's cool
Lottie
with. A fraud. French Montana.
Lottie Dottie.
He gave French Montana some of his change.
Lottie
Remember that. But, oh man. That was a pretty good episode. We're coming about over an hour.
Yeah,
we don't like to take you guys' time up too
Right.
long unless you guys want more. Then you gotta let us know. But I feel like I said something sus right there.
Pause.
Yeah, but let us know what you thought about these conversations that we had down in the comment section down below, wherever you're watching us, whether that be YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all your podcast goodness, wherever you're listening to.
Hey, drop a dislike, a like, drop a bad comment. If you hate us, love us, hey man, just support or don't support.
Yeah. Let us know what you think about Blue Lips. Let us know what you think about our Legends conversation.
Right.
And the girl rap era, or the BBL era, as I like to call it, being over. But my name is Chase the Dark Sage.
I'm T.
Peace.
Be yours. Why you do Slick Rick like that?